You are a living, breathing channel of energy, an invisible force flowing through you, around you, shaping every single moment of your existence. But here's the truth most will never tell you. No one ever taught you how to master this energy. No manual, no instructions, no guidebook, just a world that runs on energy, yet leaves you clueless about how to harness it. And that's the real game changer, because if you don't learn to control your energy, it will control you. It's the silent architect behind every success, every failure, every feeling of frustration or fulfillment. It's the unseen power that determines your destiny, whether you realize it or not. The question is, are you truly aware of this force? Or are you just drifting, caught in the currents of a system that wants to keep you unconscious of your own inner power? Listen, energy isn't some abstract idea. It's the very fabric of reality. Your thoughts, your emotions, your health, your success, all of it is governed by this invisible but undeniable force. Some call it chi, prana, the ether. Others call it the quantum field. Names are just labels. What matters is this: those who understand and master energy shape their lives with precision. The ones who don't, well, they are merely shaped by it, reacting instead of commanding. For centuries, this knowledge has been kept hidden, guarded by mystics, alchemists, and secret societies. Why? Because true power over energy is the ability to control your entire reality. And those who possess this mastery hold the keys to health, wealth, influence, and freedom. If you've ever felt like there's something holding you back, an invisible force you can't see but can feel, know this: it's real, and it's not working against you. It's simply waiting for you to take the reins. Because here's the secret: once you learn to command your energy, you become unstoppable. You become the one who directs the currents of your life rather than being swept away by them. By the end of this journey, you will have the knowledge to take full control. But first, you must understand the nature of this force that has been shaping your existence from the very beginning. Everything in the universe is energy. Think about it. The air you breathe, the thoughts that pass through your mind, the emotions you carry, all interconnected within a vast, living field of energy. Yet most people go through life completely unaware of this. Like fish that don't realize they're swimming in water, they're oblivious to the invisible ocean that surrounds and penetrates them. You've been conditioned to believe only what you can see, touch, and measure. But that's a limiting illusion, because the most powerful forces, gravity, magnetism, consciousness, are invisible, yet undeniably real. And energy is the same. It's the silent current beneath everything, a force that carries your life forward or pulls it into stagnation, depending on whether you learn to navigate it. Ancient civilizations understood this truth. They knew that energy wasn't just an external force, it was a living element within us. The Chinese called it qi, the Hindus called it prana, and Western mystics referred to it as the vital force. They built systems, qigong, reiki, hermetic arts, Kabbalah, Tantra, dedicated to cultivating, directing, and mastering this energy. Because here's the thing, energy is not passive. It's a living, responsive force that reacts to your thoughts, your intentions, your will. It's programmable, it's malleable, and those who understand this, who master it, are the ones who shape their reality with unwavering precision. The modern world, however, has stripped this knowledge away, replacing it with mechanical explanations, reduced to chemicals, neurons, and physical laws, ignoring the energy that fuels them all. Science has mapped the brain, yes, but it dismisses the energy behind it. Electrical impulses are measured, but the energy that makes those impulses possible remains overlooked. It's not ignorance. It's a strategic move to keep you disempowered. Because those who understand energy, who can master it, don't rely on external systems. They are self-reliant. They are the ones who become immune to manipulation and control. But here's the catch. If you don't control your energy, it will be pulled, shaped, and drained by outside forces. The world is a field of infinite signals, media, environments, other people, all broadcasting their frequencies, influencing your state without your awareness. Your energy is like a radio, picking up signals you might not even realize. Every crowded space you walk into, every moment of fatigue after scrolling endlessly, every wave of doubt that crashes over you. These are signs. Your energy is leaking. It's being scattered, absorbed, or manipulated. Without conscious awareness and deliberate control, you are like a boat adrift in a storm, vulnerable to every wave and wind. And one of the biggest lies you've been told, one of the most destructive illusions, is that energy belongs to those who take it. But that's a lie. Energy does not belong to the taker. It belongs to the claimant. Those who cultivate, refine, and direct their energy, those who master it, are the ones who create their reality. Think about it. Fatigue, chaos, and burnout are just symptoms of energy that's been mismanaged. When you learn to channel your energy, when you turn your fatigue into vitality, chaos into clarity, passivity into power, you transform your entire life. Every legendary leader, charismatic figure, or effortless success story has, whether knowingly or unknowingly, mastered this art, controlling their energy fields. They don't chase success, they attract it. They don't react to circumstances, they create them. This mastery isn't about luck or talent. It's about the unseen skills that govern your inner world. Most people, however, live as energy bystanders, unaware that the clarity, confidence, and purpose they seek are already within their reach. These truths aren't meant to be spoon-fed to the masses. They're hidden in symbols, texts, and whispers that have survived centuries. Because those who truly understand energy shape their reality. They become the architects of their destiny. Now let's get clear. Energy is the link between your physical, mental, and spiritual states. Your body isn't just flesh, it's an energy system, a living conduit through which life force flows constantly. Your health, your emotions, your mental clarity, all hinge on the quality of this flow. And here's what they never taught you. Every sensation, every thought, every action you take, it's a reflection of how your energy flows. When your energy is strong and unobstructed, you feel powerful, clear, and in control. When it's blocked or drained, fatigue, anxiety, and confusion take over. You were never trained to recognize these energy shifts. Instead, you were told to ignore them, dismiss them as just emotions or exhaustion. But those are warning signs, signs that your energy is being disrupted. Ancient traditions understood this long before science even began to scratch the surface. The Chinese mapped out the meridian system, channels through which energy flows like blood through veins. Yogis in India spoke of nadis, pathways that carry prana through the subtle bodies. The Egyptians and Hermeticists understood the power of chakras, energy centers acting as gateways between the physical and higher states of consciousness. These systems are blueprints, detailed instructions for harnessing your inner power. Yet today, this knowledge has been dismissed as metaphor, dismissed as superstition. Instead of learning to clear blockages, most are prescribed medications. Instead of recharging their energy fields, they're told to consume stimulants. The body is treated like a machine, not an intelligent energy system to be mastered. Think back. When have you felt truly alive? When your mind was sharp, your body light, your emotions stable. That's energy in full flow. Now, contrast that with moments of doubt and exhaustion, when no matter how much rest or food you get, something still feels off. That's blocked energy. Most people live in a constant state of imbalance, unaware that their stress, their emotions, even their ailments are manifestations of trapped energy, unresolved patterns that have accumulated over time. Some blockages come from within, years of suppressed feelings, negative thoughts, lack of self-awareness. Others come from without, external environments, draining relationships, toxic situations. But energy isn't meant to be stagnant. It's meant to move, to flow. When energy isn't flowing freely, it turns against you, manifesting as tension in the body, racing thoughts, and a life out of alignment. That's why practices like Qigong, breathwork, meditation, and energy cultivation exist. They restore the natural flow. They clear blockages, strengthen internal power, and align your entire being. Because when your energy is in harmony, everything else shifts. Your emotions stabilize, your thoughts sharpen, your body becomes resilient, and your presence becomes magnetic. You see, the most magnetic people aren't the loudest or most aggressive. They are the ones whose energy is fully under their control. They radiate calm confidence effortlessly. Because true power isn't loud, it's quiet, unshakable, and deep. And here's the truth most will never tell you. Energy responds to your intention. It moves with your focus. It bends to your will. It's the secret behind manifestation, influence, and transformation. The first law of energy: where you place your attention, energy will follow. Whatever you focus on, you feed. That's why those trapped in negativity, fear, or limitation continue to attract more of the same. They're feeding the very energy that keeps them stuck. The second law: energy must be deliberately directed. Wishing and hoping are passive. Deliberate intention is active. When you command your energy, you shape your life. Every master of manifestation, whether it's a spiritual sage or a successful entrepreneur, knows this. Throughout history, authentic energy masters understood that raw power must be trained. They built systems, meditative, breath-based, movement-based, that refined and directed this force. Because raw energy, unchecked, is chaos, a wildfire that burns everything in its path. But controlled, it becomes a light, an illuminating force that transforms everything it touches. The mind and will are the tools of this craft. You must learn where to send your energy, how to focus it, and when to act. It's not enough to simply have energy. You must master how to channel it into your goals, your purpose, your reality. Those who truly master their energy don't let it scatter into emotional reactions or external distractions. They hold it steady, like a laser, focused on their intention. They cut through obstacles, bend reality, and manifest their desires with unwavering clarity. Power isn't in brute force, it's in control, and control begins within. When your energy is unshakable, your presence commands attention, not by shouting, but by the silent strength of internal mastery. Energy is like a muscle. If weak, it can't sustain its shape or be directed with precision. When trained, it becomes sharp, dense, magnetic. Think of moments when your energy surges, like adrenaline before a big challenge, or the deep calm of absolute certainty. These are signs of energy in motion, firing at full force. But for most, these moments are rare and fleeting because they lack the discipline to sustain them. Mastery isn't about doing more. It's about doing less of what weakens you. It's about removing the habits, thoughts, and environments that drain your vitality. Every thought, word, action, each one is an exchange of energy. Be deliberate. Be conscious. Because every moment you spend dwelling on negativity, engaging in drama, or chasing distractions, you're leaking your power. Here's the truth. Your energy is your most valuable resource. Guard it fiercely. Cultivate it intentionally. Because when you do, you become unstoppable. You radiate presence, attract opportunities, and bend reality to your will. The foundation of this mastery: discipline. Discipline isn't a burden. It's the container that holds your energy steady, preventing leaks, maintaining focus, and building resilience. Masters of energy spend years refining their breath, their movement, their thoughts. They understand that every reaction, every impulsive response is a crack in the armor, a leak that weakens their power. But discipline alone isn't enough. You must also cultivate silence, stillness, and internal focus. Because in stillness, energy consolidates. In silence, energy clarifies. And in internal focus, energy amplifies. Practices like meditation, breathwork, and physical cultivation aren't just spiritual. They are energetic tools. They turn vague, scattered energy into a potent, focused force. The body is a generator. The mind is the conductor. When aligned, when both are in harmony, your energy becomes a force field, something you can store, hold, and wield intentionally. This is the secret: storing energy. Because stored energy is influence. It's the difference between someone who walks into a room and shifts the entire atmosphere, and someone who just blends into the background. You see, the most magnetic individuals don't need to be loud or aggressive. They radiate internal power. They don't leak energy through nervousness or insecurity. They exude calm, confidence, and presence effortlessly. And that's because they've cultivated inner mastery, an unshakable foundation that no external chaos can shake. Power isn't in force, it's in control, and control begins with your internal state. When your energy is dense, stable, and aligned, you radiate a magnetic force that draws others in. You become a force of nature, unstoppable, simply because of the internal mastery you've cultivated. Energy is like a muscle. If weak, it can't sustain its shape or be directed with precision. When trained, it becomes sharp, dense, magnetic. Think of moments when your energy surges, like adrenaline before a big challenge, or the deep calm of absolute certainty. These are signs of energy in motion, firing at full force. But for most, these moments are rare and fleeting because they lack the discipline to sustain them. Mastery isn't about doing more. It's about doing less of what weakens you. It's about removing the habits, thoughts, and environments that drain your vitality. Every thought, word, action, each one is an exchange of energy. Be deliberate. Be conscious. Because every moment you spend dwelling on negativity, engaging in drama, or chasing distractions, you're leaking your power. Here's the truth. Your energy is your most valuable resource. Guard it fiercely. Cultivate it intentionally. Because when you do, you become unstoppable. You radiate presence, attract opportunities, and bend reality to your will. The foundation of this mastery: discipline. Discipline isn't a burden. It's the container that holds your energy steady, preventing leaks, maintaining focus, and building resilience. Masters of energy spend years refining their breath, their movement, their thoughts. They understand that every reaction, every impulsive response, is a crack in the armor, a leak that weakens their power. But discipline alone isn't enough. You must also cultivate silence, stillness, and internal focus. Because in stillness, energy consolidates. In silence, energy clarifies. And in internal focus, energy amplifies. Practices like meditation, breathwork, and physical cultivation aren't just spiritual. They are energetic tools. They turn vague, scattered energy into a potent, focused force. The body is a generator. The mind is the conductor. When aligned, when both are in harmony, your energy becomes a force field, something you can store, hold, and wield intentionally. This is the secret: storing energy. Because stored energy is influence. It's the difference between someone who walks into a room and shifts the entire atmosphere, and someone who just blends into the background. You see, the most magnetic individuals don't need to be loud or aggressive. They radiate internal power. They don't leak energy through nervousness or insecurity. They exude calm, confidence, and presence effortlessly. And that's because they've cultivated inner mastery, an unshakable foundation that no external chaos can shake. Power isn't in force, it's in control. And control begins with your internal state. When your energy is dense, stable, and aligned, you radiate a magnetic force that draws others in. You become a force of nature, unstoppable, simply because of the internal mastery you've cultivated. And here's the most profound truth of all. Energy responds to your intention. It moves with your focus. It bends to your will. When you learn to direct it with clarity and purpose, you shape your reality. Your world becomes a reflection of your inner mastery. The universe doesn't care about what you want or what you fear. It amplifies whatever energy you put out. So, if your energy is fragmented, if you focus on failure, doubt, or limitation, you will create more of that. But if you focus with clarity, conviction, and certainty, if you hold your attention unwavering, you will manifest those realities. Most people sabotage themselves because they send conflicting signals. They want success, but dwell on their failures. They desire love, but fear disappointment. Their energy becomes fractured, sending mixed messages into the field, weakening their ability to manifest. Here's the truth. Manifestation isn't magic, it's physics. It's the natural consequence of aligned thought, emotion, and action. When your internal blueprint is vivid, charged with emotion, and acted upon with unwavering certainty, you create an impact that the universe can't ignore. You don't need to chase your goals. You need to be the energy of what you desire. You need to embody the feeling, the conviction, the unwavering belief that it's already yours. Because energy attracts what matches its frequency. Doubt and hesitation are cracks in your energy field, weakening your power to manifest. Hold your focus with unshakable faith. Keep your attention in the present moment, because that is where the magic happens. When you're fully present, your energy is at its peak, and you can consciously shape reality. And here's the last piece. Protect your energy. Be discerning about what you allow in. External influences, media, negative people, toxic environments, are designed to drain your vitality. Recognize this. Guard your space. Guard your mind. Because energy isn't just something to be stored. It's something to be defended. Most people live in a state of unconscious energy depletion, overthinking, dwelling on the past, worrying about the future. These are energy leaks. Every chaotic thought, every negative emotion is a drain. The mind, when left unchecked, becomes the greatest thief of your power. It replays scenarios that no longer serve you, creating stress and tension that drain your vitality. The most resilient beings, those who command their power, are those who remain centered, present, and calm amidst chaos. They know that true strength lies in internal stability. They cultivate stillness, because in stillness, energy consolidates and intensifies. And when your energy is well guarded, when it's refined and directed, you become a living magnet. People notice this without knowing why. An unshakable confidence, a calm presence, a quiet strength. This is the essence of true power. Your energy is a force, capable of transforming your life, bending reality, and influencing the world around you. But it's not enough to simply understand this concept. You must practice it. You must train your mind, cultivate your breath, refine your habits, and discipline your thoughts. Because energy is a skill, something you develop through consistent effort. The masters of energy, whether ancient sages or modern innovators, know that mastery isn't built overnight. It's the result of deliberate, focused practice. Every moment you spend cultivating your breath, your movement, your awareness, these are investments. Because a powerful energy system isn't built by chance, it's built by choice. Think of it like sculpting a masterpiece. Each breath, each thought, each action is a chisel, shaping the raw marble of your inner world into something magnificent. And here's the most important truth. Energy isn't just for internal power. It's the very force that shapes your external world. When you learn to control, store, and direct it, you become a master creator. You see, the world responds not to your words, but to your energy, the subtle vibration you send out into the fabric of reality. Your thoughts and feelings are the blueprint. Your energy is the builder. The key to manifesting your desires isn't in wishing or hoping. It's in aligning your inner energy with your goals. Visualize vividly. Charge your visualization with emotion, and act as if it's already done. Because the universe doesn't respond to your wishes, it responds to your energy. Most people are their own worst enemies. They focus on what they lack, what they fear, what's wrong. And so, they scatter their energy, weaken their vibration, and push away opportunities. But those who master their energy, who hold a clear, unwavering focus, become unstoppable. They don't chase, they attract. They don't doubt, they believe. They don't react, they create. This is the secret that's been hidden in plain sight, buried beneath layers of superstition, distraction, and disbelief. It's the understanding that energy is the ultimate key, an invisible force that once harnessed can unlock any door. And here's the truth. The greatest power you'll ever possess isn't external. It's internal. It's your ability to control your energy, to refine it, to store it, and to direct it with purpose. When you master this, you'll realize that your life isn't happening to you. It's happening through you. You become the architect of your reality, the creator of your destiny. And the best part, this mastery isn't reserved for a select few. It's available to everyone willing to commit, willing to focus, discipline, and persist. Your journey begins now. Because the moment you recognize your power, nothing can stop you. The universe is waiting, ready to respond to your command. All you need to do is claim your inner force and step into the fullness of your potential. Remember, energy is the currency of creation. Spend it wisely, cultivate it diligently, and use it purposefully. When you do, you unlock the greatest power of all, the power to shape your reality, to manifest your dreams, and to become the master of your inner universe. This is your time, your moment. The path of energy mastery is your birthright. You just have to walk it, and once you do, you'll never look back, because you'll realize your power has always been within you, waiting to be claimed. Are you ready? The true journey begins now. The choice is yours. Step into your power, shape your destiny, and never forget, energy is everything, and you are its master.